We focus now on the markets, and today we look at the Standard Bank Group mobilizing around $210 million for climate-smart agriculture in the last year, thus reinforcing its commitment to sustainable food systems, climate resilience and inclusive economic growth. The agriculture sector is highly vulnerable to climate volatility. Increasingly erratic weather patterns, water scarcity and rising input costs are placing pressure on farmers, requiring new approaches to managing risk and ensuring long-term viability. Louis van Ravenstein is Standard Bank Group's head of agriculture, and he joins us now on the line. A very good evening to you, Louis. Welcome to Africa in Business.
Good evening, Tabby, and welcome to. Thank you for inviting us, and looking forward to talk to you and your listeners.
Oh, certainly. I mean, this focus on climate change is a huge one. A little earlier on this year, as Channel Africa, we hosted the Africa Matters Summit. And our entire theme for this year was around financing climate change. So, a very timely conversation to be having. And so to everybody who's listening, if you haven't actually gone onto our website and you haven't gone onto our portals, please do so, channelafrica.co.za, and find that Africa Matters Summit where we focus on climate change. It really is worthwhile listening. But back to today's conversation, Mr. Ravenstein, van Ravenstein, tell us more, if you could please, about climate smart agriculture and why farmers should care about it.
Thank you so much, Tammy. It is crucial for us in the agriculture sector, which is a sector that's got various risks, and some of it is climate related. You and everybody knows that the climate events are becoming more extreme. Heat in Europe, we see it in Africa. We've seen cyclones. That severity level has been excessive. We've seen the recent floods in the Western Cape, Eastern Cape. Earlier in the year, we saw floods in Limpopo and in Mpumalanga and Mozambique. So across Africa, we just see the climate change, or the climate variability, is becoming more extreme. And farmers are very exposed to this change, and they are producing food. And so food security is firstly most important for us and everybody on the continent. So we first want to make sure there's food security. And with these climatic events, food security becomes a bigger risk. And we want to support the farmers as they transition to become more sustainable. And that's where climate smart agriculture comes in. We support farmers and the value chain. How do they manage the limited resources we have in good soils, good weather, the extreme events of the floods? How do they position themselves to be more resilient against these changes and become more sustainable? And that's where climate smart agriculture comes in, and we can talk more about some of the examples.
And perhaps let's do that, because that has really just piqued my interest. Let's talk about some of these innovations or some of this technology that can be used, and how user-friendly is it really for the average farmer on the continent?
I think one of the most known ways of climate smart agriculture is, how do you make sure you have got sustainable energy? And even if you see how many of our farmers have gone into renewable energy, sometimes it's because of challenges with the supply of electricity in certain countries across the continent. And what we've seen is, as farmers go towards solar, that gives them more sustainability, more availability of their energy. And this is also self-funding. It pays itself back. We've seen clients go into biogas. The clients have gone into hydro. And this is a way for them to generate their own electricity. We've seen customers becoming and farmers becoming more innovative around water use. We all know water. We've got droughts. We're in an arid country, even in South Africa. And how do we manage those limited resources? And we've seen how farmers are using technology and innovations to apply water just where it's needed on the lands. Drip irrigation is implemented, netting is implemented to protect the water, greenhouses where they can control the environment. So all these type of innovations, even regenerative agriculture use, how you protect your soil and make sure this soil can last much longer for our generation and generations thereafter, that we can produce more food. And we can finance those changes, that they have to adapt their practices on the farm to be more resilient and more sustainable. And that can also lead to much longer profitability and efficiency in their business.
And you mentioned there, Louis, the investment that Standard Bank is putting into this particular sector. It's an amount of 3.45 billion rand, which equates to $210 million, and all of this into climate smart agriculture. What does this investment mean for farmers in South Africa and on the rest of the continent? And how will this funding be used to practically support the farmers on the ground?
So those examples I gave all needs to be funded, and some of these investments are expensive, and we are there to put capital into this and show our commitment into the agri sector. Last year it was 3.45 billion rand. Over the last 4 or 5 years since we were been tracking this, we've invested over 7 billion rand into climate smart agriculture. And the farmers needs access to these type of funding that is at the right time available to them, at the right term, and at the right pricing. And these solutions that we've developed give customers flexible tenure. It's competitive pricing, and just ensure that they can fund their transition in a profitable way. And that's where these initiatives and solutions are coming in. We see a lot of funding even going in the rest of the continent on supporting agriculture. We've got huge food loss in the agri value chain. And many of these climate smart agriculture initiatives make sure we look after the food that's been produced. In some countries, we lose up to 40% of what we produce. So we can implement innovation, capabilities, warehousing, cold value chain and logistics. We can make sure we don't lose 40% of what we produce, and we don't have to produce it again because we've lost it. So that all contributes to a more secure and food secure Africa.
You mentioned access there, and that usually is one of the challenges that businesses face, access to this funding. How are you as Standard Bank making it easier for emerging and mid-sized farmers to actually access this funding?
I say, firstly, it's around accessibility. Standard Bank is got an agri division in 15 countries, so we are have an agri desk in all these countries, so farmers can come and talk to their local agri teams. They can come and position their requirements, and then we've got these solutions that fit their repayment ability, fit their requirements. We also have to advise them to make sure they don't make certain investments in a way that can impact their cash flow, impact their profitability. In the end of the day, they are not sustainable. So we are both trusted partners. We provide this equity at affordable rates at the right tenure again, and make sure we partner with them. And then at the end of the day, it's a win-win situation for the farmers, for the agri value chain, and for us as a bank to support our clients.
And as we conclude this afternoon or this evening, what more is needed in order to build a resilient and sustainable agricultural sector?
Yeah, I think firstly you said this is a good amount that's been funded. I think there's a huge shortfall on funding like this on the continent. We need to make sure we partner with our governments. We have to partner with DFIs, the NGOs that can put more money into initiatives like this, that we can have a much bigger reach. I think instruments like blended finance instruments and financing models is really the way to go forward, where we partner with people in the value chain, people that put in affordable money, because at the end of the day, the funding needs to be affordable to the farmer. Otherwise, they won't be able to invest in these new technologies and transition their business. So it's very important that we put facilities in front of our farmers and our clients that makes practical sense on the ground and support them to grow their business, produce more food, and make sure we can feed the continent and the rest of the world.
Louis van Ravenstein, thank you so much for joining us this evening on Africa in Business.
Thank you so much, Demi.
Thank you, sir. That's Louis van Ravenstein. He's the Standard Bank Group's head of agriculture. He takes us to exactly 6:47 Central African time as we make way in just a few minutes' time for Zochitika.